is something that can never go down. Yu-Gi-Oh cards always go up and always will go up. And I listened and now I'm losing all me money.
In a world full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, grading, selling, buying, one card game remains supreme. One man has the insights you need to know. Watch and subscribe now. YugiohTube.
The market is crashing. The market is crashing. What am I gonna do? Metal Raiders, PSA 10, first edition cards have gone down and been cut in half. DDS Blue Eyes, a PSA 10, from $15,000 down to about $9,500. I'm losing all me money. This is awful. Yu-Gi-Oh has gone to nothing. I hate this game. What a terrible investment this was. I knew I should have never got into cardboard. Oh, I just listened to these people online, and I listened to my friends, and they said, this is something that can never go down. Yu-Gi-Oh cards always go up and always will go up. And I listened, and now I'm losing all me money. First of all, use this video for entertainment purposes. That is the point of it. It is not to be financial advice or give any sort of financial input to sway any sort of decision. It is up to you and only you to use this video for entertainment purposes and, of course, make your own sound judgment decisions. Now that that's out of the way, YugiohTube here discussing the Armageddon, the end of the world. The ground is on fire. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I may as well throw them in the fireplace because they're just going down quicker than anything I've ever seen in my life. Everybody, it's called a market correction. Did we expect Yu-Gi-Oh cards to continue to exponentially increase time and time and time again? A new record price set, another new record, another new record. Blue Eyes to 100K, Blue Eyes to 300K by 2023. Christmas of 2022, Blue Eyes has got to be 200K, right? Folks, we have to pump the brakes, and this is actually a good thing for the market. There is no healthy market that exists in which everything in that market continues to go up and up and up and up and up and again, into infinity and beyond. That is not a healthy market. It will eventually come crashing down. Right now, we are seeing that retrace. Some cards bigger than others in terms of the percent down, but it's not time to worry. It's only time to worry if you maxed out a credit card, if you took a mortgage out of your house to put into cardboard, and said, I'm going to buy this DDS Blue Eyes because it's a good investment, and I'm going to sell it within a year to pay off that credit card interest-free for 12 months. That's the kind of stuff that's a big no-no. If you did that, I am sorry. What a mess it's turned into. But to be honest with you, you really want to do your research next time. You're buying into something that's been going up and up and up and up. First of all, buy it with the intent of, okay, if this goes down, if it goes to absolutely nothing, well, it's the risk I took. If you buy something, first of all, with the intent of, I'm going to sell it in 6 months, what a long time. In 1 year, that's a long... No, in reality, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years is not at all a long time. That is not an investment. If you buy something to sell within 2 to 3 years, that is not a long-term investment. That is a glorified speculation. That is a flip. Okay, and you're going to say, whoa, 2 years, that's a long... No. You can't predict 2 years. 2 years goes by in the blink of an eye. In reality, 2 years really is nothing. But now folks are into the get-rich-quick scheme. The guy I saw on YouTube said this. The guy I talked to who's super into sneakers said this. The trading card guy said to buy this. And guess what? You need to do your own research, and you can't be over leveraging and extending yourself in stuff that other people say. It's only up to you and what you think that you should buy. But because everyone's freaking out over this massive drop, look where we were 5 years ago. Look where we were 10 years ago. 10 years ago from today. I was grading Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was one of the few people on the market selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Fast forward to today, and look at how this has grown. Okay? And we're looking at this micro zoomed in graph or line that says, well, we're seeing a 40% decrease on this card in the last 6 months. Why are we doing that? Again, the only worried people should be the people that have bought at the sky-high prices with the intent to sell in the near future, because that is not how business is done. Can it work? Absolutely. Can people buy into Dogecoin and make triple, quadruple their money in about 2 months? Absolutely. Can they also lose it all? Absolutely as well. So the shorter term flip, the higher risk you're taking. Okay? So the short term, you're saying, okay, I could make this in this amount of time. You very well could come out glorified, amazing, a hero. Or you could come out saying, I need to go on the street and beg for some money because this didn't turn out. And that, to me, is too much risk. I like a slow, steady progression. Slow and steady wins the race. The patient turtle will beat the impatient rabbit in the race. Okay? It's all about a slow, natural growth with ups and downs and highs and lows. Okay? When the depression hit, okay, I was not even here. Okay? I did not witness the depression. But what I do know is this. Over that period, 80, 90, 100 years from where we are now in 2021, going on 2022 to 1920, okay, as a whole, the market, given the depression, given the recession, the housing bubble of 2008, has still, as a whole, gone up year over year on an average of about 7-ish%, which, guys, the market, that is solid. But people remember, whoa, I leveraged everything I had. I bought into everything I own, and I put it into this, and I wasn't prepared in case something were to crash. Well, unfortunately, that's on you. If you can't afford to wait, then unfortunately, I hate to say it, but that's on you. And if you bought it at a high price, well, you have a few options. You could sell it and take a big loss. You could hold on to it and wait for a long time. I don't think we're ever going to see what we saw prices were about 6 months to a year ago. I don't think we're going to see that in the next 2-3 years. Personally, I don't think that's going to ever happen. It might, but I don't think it's going to, personally. That's my thought. Okay? In which case, unfortunately, hey, you struck out here. But unfortunately, that's what you get for risking a short-term flip. That's what you get for thinking that everything will go up consistently, day after day, month after month, year over year. It doesn't work like that. No natural, healthy market ever works like that. The retrace is here. Who knows how much further it's going to retrace down to. The lower population cards, I've heard a lot of things about that. Lower pop, stick with the lower pop. Yes, you're right. The lower pop cards, because they're lower pop, typically won't drop as much. But keep in mind the client base, the buyer base. You don't have lines of people buying a Vice Dragon from the Duel Disc that you do for a DDS Blue Eyes White Dragon. It just simply is the fact that, yeah, it is a lower pop, but that doesn't mean that it's not niche. That doesn't mean that it's liquid. Blue Eyes, as liquid as it could get. MRD cards, liquid as they can get. There's always going to be people who want to buy them. The other cards, you have to really scope and find out that buyer. You got to really look around and find that buyer, because it is, let's be honest, illiquid compared to some of these other cards. Liquidity refers to how easy something can be transacted, how easy something can be sold, how quickly, how many buyers, how many lines, what the demand is. When the high demand hits, even though it's a high pop, that's the stuff. Let's be honest, we look at Charizard. Everyone said Charizard Unlimited base set, such a high pop. Why would you ever buy that for $1,000 5 years ago? And then it went up to, what, 25K? Now it's down to, what, 12K? But it's still, over time, a solid buy because the demand and the buyer base is there. Am I worried about DDS Blue Eyes Red Dragon? Absolutely not. And people say SDK, that's why it's the better buy. It's a lower pop. I don't know when I'm comparing. That's a whole topic for another different video. But at the end of the day, DDS, I mean, I'm still not convinced that at all that SDK has any merit over DDS. Some people will disagree. But I still think it should be interesting to watch 15 years from now, 20 years from now. I think personally the demand for DDS is much higher than that of SDK. It's my personal opinion. Of course, so is the supply, but I think overall as we go through time, that demand will exceed that supply. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. That's a whole different video for another time. What do you guys think of this market correction? Are you annoyed? Are you happy about it? Do you think it's normal? Do you think it's healthy? What do you think? What are you buying right now with this correction? Are you selling into it? Are you buying? Let me know. Until next time, YugiohTube signing out.